This is an explicit podcast where we try to keep the conversations as raw and authentic as possible with no intentions of hurting anyone. So if you're very woke, religious, or sensitive, we highly recommend you do not tune in.
Yo, BK.
What's up?
About the podcast, right?
Yeah?
What's the biggest comment we always get?
Like from random people?
Random people, especially Friday nights when we're out.
If it's from guys, it's usually, hey, bring more chicks on.
Disappointing. I thought our friends would actually talk about the content.
Yeah, I know, right? So shallow. So guys, for today's episode, we don't just have any girl on. She is diversely talented, fitness enthusiast, adrenaline junkie.
Ooh.
Last but not least, she has a lovely voice and is a great singer. How you doing, Talitha?
Hi.
Get high for Talitha!
Don't know how to feel about that.
Can I ask you, why did you FFK us last week?
Ooh, on the spot.
Okay, I had better things to do.
Ooh, weather's hot because I feel the burn.
But I saw you posted like a singing session, right?
Oh, the one that I posted? That one's old.
Okay. You look pretty tan.
Yeah.
You went to the beach recently?
Yes, definitely. I started surfing in November.
In November?
Yeah, I started surfing in November, so I've been doing that.
Where do you go?
Cherating.
Cherating?
Yeah. It's the most beginner-friendly place in Malaysia.
In Malaysia.
Sorry, in Malaysia to surf.
Is it the most popular place as well? Because I hear a lot of people go there.
Yeah. Everyone is going to Cherating.
Okay, you know the thing about like, let's say you do board sports, right? And you've been skating as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roller skating or skateboarding?
Okay,
Which
so-
is harder?
I find roller skating harder because it's harder to bail. So when you fall, you really fall.
Yeah.
Whereas with the skateboard, you can actually just run away from the board. And that's what you should do. Always run away from the board. Don't try to save it. If you try to save it, you can go to my Instagram. You can see a video of me falling on my face.
Dude, that was crazy, man. The one with you put the Kanye West song in it,
yeah,
right?
everybody was like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
holy
Interesting song choice. I'm like, I know, thanks.
So how was the injuries? Was that the worst wipeout you had?
Honestly, I've had worse.
Oh, really?
I've had worse falls. That was like nothing. It just looks really bad. I have this scar here right now. It doesn't look so bad, and then I got two lapchongs on my on my waist.
How did you get them?
Okay, so like this is a skateboarder. So
Yeah.
I do surf skating, and then
Uh-huh.
this is a skateboarder. So the skateboarder is a very good friend of mine now, who really enjoys teaching me because he sees how passionate I am
Yep.
with the sport. So before I learned how to properly drop in, do you know what dropping in is?
No, I don't.
So it's like when you put the board at the corner and then you just drop in.
Okay, okay, yeah, got you.
Yeah. So it looks very easy to do,
No,
but it's actually one of the hardest and the most scariest thing to do because that one's like full commitment. If you don't land right, you fall. You can fall like
Easily.
in a really bad way.
I feel like skateboarding, right? It's so deceivingly like easy how it looks.
It's not, man. It's
Like,
a lot of time and effort.
Just learning how to even just balance normal riding is really hard. I that's the most I've done. Just try to ride it.
But how's the surf fall like? Like when you drop into the water? Is it like just smash your face?
Does it
Okay,
hurt?
it depends on how big the wave is. So sometimes and depends on which part of the wave you are on. So there
Yeah.
are dumpy ones
Okay.
where you actually get pulled by the wave and dumps you. So like you actually get a wipeout where you end up like a washing machine.
Yes.
So there is like a chances of whiplashes and all that.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
your neck actually goes like that happened to me once. I wipe out a lot. They call me the Wipeout Queen because I'm very new and I'm daring.
Yeah.
So usually
You get there?
that happens.
You probably learn very fast as well, right?
because
Yeah.
when you're daring, you dare to you put in more effort. But so a lot of people compare surf skating and surfing a lot. Surfing is definitely a lot harder because you need more time to actually practice and to
Oh,
actually
you
learn.
think surfing is harder? I would assume because skateboarding.
Because with skateboarding, surf skating, you have more time. It's like they have fixed waves, concrete waves for you to constantly practice. Whereas with surfing, it's seasonal. That's one.
Yeah.
And also waves are limited.
Okay.
There are so many people waiting for waves.
Yeah, okay.
So you're constantly it's a constant fight. It's cutthroat.
Wait, a constant fight, but don't you guys like have a like? Would you like take turns with like that someone is waiting for a wave, then you would.
There
go
is
in front?
that kind of thing, but sometimes it depends on a priority thing, depending on where you're placed and everything.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
First come, first serve, is it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as it seems.
Definitely.
Really, really not. Like surfing is next level.
I assume skateboarding is harder because of
You need more balls. I
Yeah,
I
exactly,
feel like
right?
I have more balls than most people, so that's no problem for me. No, but it's the practice, and then like you can gear up.
Sorry.
Always wear protection. Protection helps.
Yeah, of course. No, because if you wipe out on a skateboard, the damage is much bigger, right? Compared to if you wipe out on a surfboard.
Learn how to fall lor.
Use the face for impact.
Use your face for impact, like me. Wear a helmet.
Yo, but like, I mean, I used to board for a while, but I always thought it was easier because it's like a stable.
Oh, you used to board, Ben?
Used to board, bro. You know.
I never heard about that before.
In Melbourne, bro.
Oh, okay, like just cruising, right?
Like if you try to in Malaysia, fuck, just it's so bad.
Because the pavement is so rough.
I know.
But that's why you have skate parks.
I've never been to a skate park.
It's very nice.
You know, Talitha, I saw your episode with Arnold, right? That was fucking hilarious, man.
It was?
He kept talking about your mom.
Oh yeah. He does that
recurring theme.
every time.
But that's 'cause he
Every
knows your
time.
mom.
Yeah, yeah. So he used to be my neighbor. He lived behind me. Yeah, and his mom had a kindergarten kind of thing, like a childcare thing, and my mom used to send me there. But yeah, so Arnold saw me grow up, and he also saw my mom, and apparently he used to wait by the the gate, waiting for my mom to drop me off.
So when he said that, right, it sounded so wrong, right?
Oh yeah, no shit. That's Arnold. All the time.
Since young, you know Arnold.
I don't remember Arnold. He wasn't memorable for me.
He all moved away already, is it?
Yeah, I moved away with my mom. But like I only saw him probably when I was a lot younger, and you don't really remember anything then.
Yeah.
And then as I grew up and I started getting in the scene, my mom mentioned that like, oh, Auntie Julie's son is a radio DJ. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cool.
So they wanted to interview you or something.
I think so. When I had a song, or like probably met him at an event. I don't remember the first time that I officially met him and remembered him.
If I'm not mistaken, right, even since high school, I've heard your name,
Okay.
and it's been a long grind, man. But really, a lot of like hats off to you, you know, like a lot of respect.
I think 11 years.
Long
for music.
time, yeah.
11.
Wow.
Because you would do covers with some people that I think I know, friends on Facebook, right, videos like that. So I've heard about you since then, and then most recently was when I watched you on Fashion Week. And I thought like, oh, you're a really good guest. You can talk very well, very fun.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, they're really good hosts.
Like I said, full of shit.
Yes. But for Arnold, it's like, because he's doing radio. And when you're doing radio, it helps. He talked about it the other day. Like, one of the cons of doing radio and transitioning to like a podcast, right, is that
You need censoring?
yeah, like he keeps getting reminded of the fact that
He has a censor.
yes, yeah, but actually there is no censor. He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And he also talks about how, you know, when you do radio, there's you only have a couple of minutes to talk.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in between songs, right?
Yeah.
It's super different. Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, that's no, not for me.
I think not for me too, man.
How about radio shows though? Like, have you been to any?
I mean, like when I have music released, like Hitz FM, and all the other radio stations would call me in, and I would basically just chit chat.
How's different is it? Like,
I also like having to remind myself to censor.
Oh, really?
Not swear. And like, you know, not talk about things that I shouldn't be talking about. Yeah.
But is that for the sake of your profile?
That one is more for radio.
Or them,
For
right?
radio, yeah.
You yourself, you're quite chill. You don't really care.
I think I'm quite open. Yeah, I'm pretty direct, I think.
Let me ask you this, because you were more passionate about music at first.
I still am. It's just, I also am very passionate about sports. It's always been like music or sports.
Which did you find first?
Music first. Music found me. And then sports, I think it was just more of like I was getting into fitness slowly. And then I picked up futsal.
Okay. Yeah.
Futsal football. I got really into that. It was like every day. Okay, that one applies to every sport I pick up. I get really into it and then I forget it.
You get really into it, then after a months and years, and you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Not so much of done. It's just more of like, I guess you hit a plateau, and then sometimes you kind of just get very tired because it gets really demotivating. In terms of like, okay, you feel like you're working really hard but you're not going anywhere, and then like a new sport comes by and I'm like, oh hey, I'm really good at this. And then I start picking it up. It's my ego booster. It helps. So there's
That's very real and raw for you to say that, because you want to try out new things, right? But and you talk about how you're not going anywhere, but that's because you're probably comparing to top class people. Top class people, they spend a lifetime doing it,
correct,
so it's different,
correct.
right? As compared to if you're doing many things and you're pretty good at it, not the best in the world, but that's still like right now, right? Would you rather not be able to gym anymore or work out, or not be able to sing? Oh.
Whoa, tough. Wow, tough.
Yeah.
I don't want to choose.
You want to choose?
I don't want to choose. I mean, okay, so for singing, I enjoy performing. It's the thrill of performing. It's the people who come to my performances, the people who sing along to my music, the people who support me. That's the reason why I sing. Because like if not, I wouldn't be singing to anybody. So I always tell like the people who listen to my music that like they mean the world to me because they really do. They are the reason why I am where I am. Yeah. Right. So that feeling cannot be compared with anything else in the world. Right. Whereas like sports is like the adrenaline, the feeling of feeling good at something, the feeling of and I like teaching, like with the things that I do when I get good at it or whatever I understand. I like being able to help others. I actually recently posted this Insta story of like someone actually took a video of me teaching someone yesterday.
Doing what? Like skateboarding?
Skating. I look so fierce, man. I was like and I was like, oh, I didn't know how fierce I look, man. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's effective, right?
I guess, but I can be very harsh.
Okay.
I can be very harsh. I had one friend also, like, she also just started at that point. And I was like, go skate, why are you sitting down? And then she's just like, okay, cikgu, you know, okay, 老师, I understand, okay, I'll get off my butt now. And then yesterday also teaching. And then there was a guy that was kind of very unstable on the board. I mean, it's not my business. I'm like, you fall lah, but I'm just like, why you stand like that? Your foot shouldn't be like that. If you can't even get into the bowl, there's no point of you doing this. You go and do that. Go do the basics first. And I didn't really know.
Hey, the way you talk is damn Asian, man.
I am Asian.
Of course. And honestly, when people talk like that, right, let's say work culture, right, and then your boss scolds you, right, immediately I just think of the fact that they talk that way because their parents talk to them like that.
I think everyone's around them talk like that.
Everybody are who they are right now because of past trauma.
Yes.
or you know.
Yeah. Like for me, right, I got into working out during high school, okay, and it's been 10 years, although it doesn't look like it, but it's basically a way for me to gain self-confidence, right?
It's being able to reflect back and actually see the roots to why you are who you are, because I think a lot of people aren't self-aware. I mean, people are all fucked up in their own way. I'm fucked up in all sorts of ways.
You don't seem like it. What bit though?
I'm pretty fucked up.
Yeah, but you're so honest.
I mean, we all are in our own ways, you know, and I believe like everybody has their own like level on what fucked up is lah, or how crazy they are lah, or whatever they've been through. So I don't believe in belittling people's problems, because every problem is a problem, regardless how big or small, because no matter how small that person's problem is, could be very, very big to them, but not to you lah. But you know, that kind of thing. Don't belittle people's problems because it matters. But like, being able to actually look back and self reflect on like why you are going through what you're going through, I think it's a first step to something, or at least like realizing and being able to acknowledge
you understand
it.
Why you're this way or why you like a certain thing.
Sometimes it's really hard to tie back, because you know, when you're young also, you don't quite remember things. Everything is just like a flash. So
then it pops up out of nowhere.
But like, you know, some and I believe in talking about things. I'm very direct, so I just speak. I'm very expressive. I'm a singer. So I speak, I express. So people feel everything that I feel, and they know lah. Like, cause I don't think I've got secrets, cause I just say only right how I feel about anything. Some people can take it, some people cannot. Like yesterday when I was scolding someone,
was there tears?
No tears. But when I was like telling him how to skate and everything, I felt really bad. Honestly, I'm just like, I'm really sorry for being so direct. I know I barely know you, but like,
did you say that to him?
Yeah, I did. Okay. And then after I scolded him, nice. After that I continued scolding also. And then he was like, it's okay. He also mentioned that like, I really like your music. I'm like, okay, cool. A few minutes later, what's your Instagram? And I'm like,
I thought you like my music.
You say you like my music, why you don't know my Instagram?
Just text him straight away lah. Name me a couple songs.
I said that. And then he's like, I mean, I could hear you on the radio. Yeah, but you can spell my name, right?
Dude,
why you need to ask on my Instagram?
This is a very, it's not an accurate comparison lah. But when people ask me like, I love your podcast, then I'm like, oh really? Which episode do you watch? Then they're like, oh no, I watched I saw the stories, and like they'll tell me like, I really like your whatever you post, and
Courtesy lah, courtesy. That's a Malaysian thing lah. They're very paiseh. They don't want to say one. They just want to compliment.
Also, it's creating conversation now. People are being nice,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But I love it when they say shit like that, right? Then I'm like, oh really? How come I didn't see you subscribe or comment? Do you subscribe? Do you have your phone? Can you open the app now? Yeah, just say shit like that. And they'll be like, I don't have a...
Hey, don't so lancy first. Later you lancy, people don't want to follow already.
It's okay. I like to fuck with them. Dude, the best one is when they say, I don't have a YouTube account. I'm like, Lanchao, where got such thing? Okay, why did you get into fitness?
Oh, I mean, I was never fat. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. I was never fat. Okay, I know that.
Yeah.
But how I feel is a whole different story, right?
Yes.
But I was chubby. I grew up like your typical Asian parents, Asian relatives who always comment, and then like with all that lah, right? So I grew up like a bit chubby, meatier. And I've got a really skinny sister. Like skinny without even having to work for it. I hate her, but I love her lah, But I hate her. Love her.
Okay, sure.
You hate her metabolism.
Yeah. So I hate her metabolism. It's so not fair. I'm like, we have the same genetics, so like you find yourself comparing that.
Yeah.
And then I think my mom compared us a little bit, like not really compared our weight per se,
Yes,
but
yes.
like it's just like all these little comments.
Sure.
So I grew up like not liking my body, and then I think at 13 I started like getting a little bit more active, and then with people complimenting you when you lose weight, it's great. Thank you for complimenting me for my hard work. However, it only enables you to feel like, oh, people like it when I lose weight. So like you constantly feel the need to,
Right.
do that. So it's a whole mental game there.
Yeah.
And then with being on social media, everybody now also have opinions.
Yes.
So that all also doesn't help. So it only made it worse throughout the years, right? So it started with fitness, like just like, okay, I'm doing this because like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it to a certain extent, but at the same time, not really, because it was just fitness. Then when I got into sports, I love sports. That one was just generally I just enjoyed sports. I enjoyed like picking up skills. I enjoy learning things. Not studies, though I cannot study. Okay. I enjoy I enjoy learning physical activities. Let's be specific there. Physical activities, but not studies. I cannot study.
Why?
I don't know. I just cannot. I just cannot. I think from three. No. Standard three. Okay, after standard 3, I just stopped. My brain just decided to not function for studies. My parents were like, okay, please just pass. Asian parents when they just want A stars, they just please just pass. I'm like,
my parents were the opposite of a stereotypical Asian. Like my
that's
mom,
nice.
My mom actually said to me, you know what? Like during SPM like you know what? As long as you pass, I'm happy already. And I feel so offended. I'm like, what? I have been.
I was very happy that they said to just pass lah. My sister, on the other hand, is a studious type. She studies very hard.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Back to
How's your sports journey like? So you started with futsal, yeah?
Oh wow. How to remember? Okay, what? Futsal, dodgeball.
Ooh, that was big.
Taylor's, right?
Yeah, I just did that for fun. There was so much drama there. I hated it.
The politics.
Yeah, everyone, even all the dodgeballers right now would tell you, dodgeball has fuck ton of drama.
Well, people love drama though. As long as it doesn't involve you, right?
Yeah. So I hated high school. I hated college because it was so
high
much.
school?
It was drama. It was full on drama for me.
It's a popularity
it was
contest.
So hard. Yeah. So it was just very, very hard on me in terms of the mentality there. Like I felt like my friends were all out of it because I was already performing then. So I had musician friends, older friends. So like they were my friends. Whereas like in high school and college, it was just
the same old clique.
Oh my gosh, no, it was just drama.
Do you
And
feel
then,
like a lot of this is self-imposed? Like the pressure you put on yourself?
To a certain extent for sure. Like different things like in terms of my body image and everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I think in 2020 I was fucking fit. I was like super lean, man. Like I was 12% body fat.
Okay, let's talk about that. So when you were at that peak, right? What was your routine? What did you do?
I had no social life. Okay, no social life because I sleep at 9 p.m. I wake up at 5 a.m. Right? Nobody is awake then. I wake up at 5 a.m. to go work out, and then like I sleep at 9 p.m. because I need to get enough sleep.
That's
kind of
crazy.
thing. Yeah, and nobody sleeps at 9. Who the hell sleeps at 9? So everybody who wants to go out, I'm like, oh sorry. And then plus the food I eat all cooked at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I was very, very strict. very, very happy with the progress that I made. Very happy that I managed to get there, because never in my life would I have thought that I would like be able to get there. 12% body fat for a girl is crazy.
It's fucking crazy. Dude.
Also not very healthy to stay long term lah.
Not at all.
Realistically. I know that. So all these things I know. But with posting about my progress and posting of how fit I was, I put that conflicted pressure on myself to think that, okay, people see me looking like this, and if I were to gain weight now,
they're not gonna like you as much.
That's one, or people are just gonna expect me to be that way. I don't know if people actually expect me to be that way per se.
Can I just say fuck those people?
People love talking.
As much I know, I get that. I get the I don't give a fuck about what people think till a certain extent.
It gets
But at the
to
same
you,
time, it gets to you because like I'm on social media for everybody to talk.
Yeah, it's
Right?
not easy.
As much
right?
as I want to
That's
ignore it, like all these little comments, it matters. Like as much as I know it doesn't matter, it still affects me.
Yes.
Right? Like little things like, oh, I thought you had abs. You know, I'm just like, oh, that hurts.
They just want a reason to talk to
I've
you.
even
Right?
had comments online where like, you know, I was upset, I was sad.
Yeah.
And people like I got a comment or someone DM'd me saying,
DMs,
I miss
interesting.
I miss the old Talitha when she was all happy and bubbly. I'm like, bro,
Hey, shut the fuck up.
I'm human.
Yeah,
I have feelings. I can be sad. How else would I be writing a fucking song if I wasn't sad? You know, I need to pour feelings out. But like, so like there's a lot of people with a lot of opinions.
Do you ever get into wars with them? Like just
No, I'm not bothered.
right? Fuck that, right?
Way.
Yeah.
It's wasted energy. You're just feeding into what they want.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have songs for your haters?
So far, no.
Should do one.
The closest song to like a fuck you, I know what I'm worth
Yeah.
is a song called Don't You See Me. Don't You See Me. So it's like, don't you see me for what I'm worth. Right? But I wrote it in a love song manner lah, because it's a lot easier to write it that way.
Got you.
You're not mean enough.
Probably not.
Okay, fine. Since you brought up the topic of DMs, right? Tell me about some weird ones. Like,
I cannot remember. They're, I mean, like, it's typical, like, you can get dick pics. You can
that shit's boring.
Yeah, that shit's boring. There's once where I replied lah, like when I was like earlier on, I'm like, ooh, small.
Tiny.
Ooh, small. No lah, like I think some people know that I do expose all these like really fucked up ones. So like I think
Expose
like I posted on my stories. I reposted.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah. So like I think they know that I do these things.
so they don't dare to do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Any like marry me?
I mean, that's normal. Marry me.
It's normal.
There's a lot of pickup lines, you know. There's this one guy who's like, non-stop, wait, pick up. I'm like, I don't reply also. Then he's like, picking non-stop, you know. I'm like,
But you read them at least. So.
I mean, I leave it in the request box. So, yeah.
Any good ones that you can remember that you thought like, oh.
You want to use it for Tinder?
Everyone loves juice. I mean, especially like your close bunch of friends, right? People function on gossip. Like 80% of the chat that we have, I think for myself at least, because I hang out with the same bunch of people, right? It's just gossip. But it's fine.
I mean, it's normal. People like to gossip.
Yeah.
That's very normal. Just
Do you
people.
think it's an Asian thing?
No lah.
No lah. I'm sure it's all over all around. As much as people say, oh, I don't like gossip. But when you hear a bit, you're like, oh.
Tell me more.
So scoot over.
When someone starts a conversation with, hey, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many people have you told before?
Yeah, but I think it's very important to know that like with all these gossips and judgments that you hear about people, it's just like, you know, you have to remember to not let those other people's judgments or your own judgments before you actually get to know the person to like actually properly judge them or block the reason. Like there are people that like you end up like you first see you're like, oh, who's this boyo asshole? Like, you know, but then you might actually end up being like really, really good friends.
I feel like I do that naturally. Like I can have the worst image of someone, right? But once I talk to them, it's just whatever happens in that conversation, that's how I think of you then. Even though before that I think that this person's an asshole, like Lancy fuck. But when I talk to them, right, then okay, this is where we start our friendship.
I feel that pressure on me where like I feel
I can imagine.
not it's not so much a pressure, it's just more of
Responsibility.
no, people I feel like people already judge me before they get to know me because they have this perspective of me.
Yes.
Or like they have an idea, oh, she's an artist, oh, she's a singer, or she's a social media influencer.
Why?
Or she, and I just don't like the word. It's just overused here in Malaysia.
What is worse, influencer or KOL? Because I find KOL like...
KOL is only used for clients.
Sorry?
Clients, only clients use it.
Companies.
Clients and so it doesn't really matter.
I feel like KOL,
I feel like it's just I think everybody that is on social media is a social media influencer. I think everybody is. Everybody has.
You heard it here first.
Some modest
No, it's not modest. It's just everybody has influence online. As small, as little your follower is, I feel you have more impact.
Why?
Yeah, because like it's more organic. Like it's not sponsored posts.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have a close friend who's an absolute nobody, who's just a close friend to you, who shares about something, and you know he's sharing it because he's actually passionate. He or she is passionate about this thing. Whereas if I post it, some people will be like, "It's confirmed sponsored one, right?" Yeah. So like it's like I feel like the small like. Everybody wants to be a social media influencer, but they don't realize that they are.
They don't put in the time, they don't put in the work. They're not ready for all the hate and comments, opinions. They don't know what you've been through.
Yeah, people think it's just all glam. Like the life of an artist or a social media influencer, because that's what we show.
Yes.
What we show is all glam. What we show is like, oh yeah, you get free things or you get this, but they don't see what you have to do for these things that seem free, or the pressure of like it's like back to people not actually like getting to know me before actually like before judging, so like for the longest time I was like, oh, who are my real friends? Do I actually have friends? As growing up, like in high school and college and all that, I didn't have actual friends,
like close ones.
Yeah, people that I know that would be there for me. I've always wanted to be that friend. I tried to be that friend, but then again, I might have been a really, really annoying person. You always look back and say you're really annoying. But like I didn't know who my real friends were. I think my real friends, like proper friends, only started happening like maybe 4 years ago. About 4 years ago.
When was that? Like, how do you meet them?
I think the first couple that I met was at the climbing gym. They're bankers. Yeah, they're bankers. Not nobody in the scene.
Bankers.
Yeah, just like nobody. I would like nobody in the scene. I didn't want to get close to people in the scene. Also, not too close.
Is it the Hollywood shit? Like it's real.
No lah, I wouldn't say Hollywood shit. It's just like, you see them, it's like work lah. You're not too close with your workmates, right?
I got you. Like business partners, kind of like.
Yeah, it's like friends, but not that close,
But people outside the industry, they don't see that though. They expect like.
Some people get it. Some people can understand, but sometimes they also cannot understand till that extent lah. Because they don't know that pressure, but they try to understand. So these two friends, like, I met the girlfriend by just commenting on her hair. I'm like, oh hey, nice hair. She ties really nice braids. But yeah. So I got really, really close to them. Then from there, like just a few more friends, and then now with skating, like I have this group called the Cool Kids.
Okay.
it was unintentional.
So underground,
it just
That's
started.
us too.
It just started with like just different people that I met separately, and then eventually one day, like after skating, wanted to go makan, and thought the easiest way to contact each and every one of them was to like add a group. So I just created out of nowhere. It was just like random. Wasn't even expecting it to last. It was just like creating it just so we can ask them where they want to eat. I was expecting to like just leave after or something like
probably
that.
Like it's just fresh to hang out with people not in the scene.
Definitely.
It feels very refreshing.
That's why like these people are good friends.
The one in your phone, dude. I've sent it to you. Yeah.
Oh, this is the part where you just like act like. No, we can get some water. Do you want some water?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you this, Talitha. Have you ever heard of? Why? Okay, have you ever heard of this podcast called Yamcha Sessions?
Why so familiar? I'm not sure.
The one Siddiq.
No, I heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, sure. So, did you grow up in a public school or private school?
Both.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I Chinese school for primary.
Yes.
Ni hao.
Then and then after that, I was in a government school for 3 years, and then I moved to an international school for 2 years. So best of both.
Yeah, so you have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. How about next time your kids growing up? Right?
Yeah, I would do the same, man. I would do best of both.
Half?
Yeah.
Really? But like all the friends they knew like back in Form 3 is just like, gone.
Okay, fine. You can't do both.
Oh,
Just to
what?
make it more interesting. You have to pick one.
That's new rules.
Why public school? Why yes to public school and why yes to international school?
Public school because like then you know the hardship of a government school.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't think it was that hard.
And have to learn BM.
And yeah, and also
Kena pakai
like
bahasa.
and also more of being exposed to not being a complete spoiled brat.
Okay.
Yes.
I believe
Agree.
in like going for the harder shit and then eventually going easier so that it's easier.
Okay. So international school is easy.
No, I wouldn't say easy, but it's just like
Get partying at 16.
That's what I... That's
That's the impression, right?
okay, yeah, that's my impression of international school or private school kids. Like, they start partying way
it's just
earlier.
spoiled lah, more spoiled.
Yes.
Everyone has a driver.
Oh, no, I never had a driver. I wish I did.
Ben, what about yourself, man?
I had never had a driver.
No, I mean like your kids, dude.
My kids, no, I just sent to government school. Then they start paying for their own college. Like,
Yeah.
yo, daddy ain't rich. I mean, even if I'm rich,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
but
rich
that's
for
the
them.
thing. Yeah, that's the thing. So you know what the best solution is?
Not have kids.
Yes.
No.
Overpopulated, man.
We're already sending people to Mars.
Overpopulated, man. Like seriously, it's too overpopulated. Like you go adopt a kid lah. Hey, you guys don't talk. Okay, you're not the one getting pregnant.
That's true.
Why,
But
are you scared of that?
Dude, do you know what the women have to go through?
No, I don't. I don't want to know.
Okay, exactly.
Okay.
but you probably had a fall worse than that.
No,
Okay.
it's crazy. It's like it's painful physically and mentally
Yeah.
for a woman. You men don't understand.
You know those like the videos of the husbands, they're in the room and then they watch the wife giving birth just faint.
I watched my cat give birth.
Yeah, do you faint?
Straight up came out without a face. And then it slowly grew out after a few days. I didn't faint lah, but
never
like it
seen
was
that. Oh,
quite
wow.
disgusting lah.
Okay.
Yeah. The mom straight away start licking the kid, like licking the fluid off.
Yeah. Or dude, they eat the placenta. When they give birth, they usually eat the placenta.
Secret to long health.
No, the puppy eats or the kitten will eat the placenta because it's like nutritious or some shit. No, okay, fine. Back to public and private school thing, right? So we went to a public school. One thing for sure is the discipline, right? The expectations of the students' discipline is so much lower in a government school.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I want both. Because like when I started going to international, timing was like straight on.
There's
so
no
I was
ponting, huh?
punctual. No, can ponting one.
They put thing.
People will find me one.
They find a way to do it. Huh?
They won't find me.
Like yourself,
But,
huh?
No, I never ponting.
Okay.
I was actually a very good girl.
Okay.
But yeah, so like it's a discipline. So like whereas government is like, you're more chill and everything. That's why, you can easily like give up on studies.
Hey.
It depends on what kind of student you are, what's that
Nah.
kind lah, right? So I believe in both. So you actually get to learn both. And you get to be exposed more. So sometimes I'm like kind
True
of
also.
sad that I didn't actually get to study overseas because I feel like there are different things that you get to
So much.
to be exposed to and things that you get to learn that you don't get to do when you're still in the same country.
Yeah, I spent a good amount of time in Melbourne actually. Ben as well.
Yeah.
Better version of Malaysia, I feel. All the Malaysians are there.
One of the best countries. Like,
That's nice. Melbourne is very nice.
But I feel like without like your family and all that stuff, like the people that kind of like, I wouldn't say judge, but know you, right? And once you're at a different country, you can kind of like blossom into actually the full person of yourself.
Yeah, because you don't also depend solely on your family.
How's Valentine's Day? Were you one of the, I don't know,
No,
say lucky
I
or
don't-
unlucky?
I feel like Valentine's Day is just an overpriced day.
It's like a marketing scam.
Yeah, I'm like, don't spend that money, man.
Hey.
Don't spend that money, man. And I don't like flowers because flowers die.
Take note, since
Better you just give me that money to go buy something else.
dude, the amount of people that would care less about flowers if there's no Instagram. It's most
yeah.
people, right?
really?
I don't know, but there are some people who actually like flowers. There are some people who like plants.
Of course.
I don't have a green thumb,
Animals over plants.
for sure.
They're more animated, first of all.
Animals a commitment though.
Okay, fine. If you could choose one, A cat or a dog?
Cat, for sure.
Cat,
Yeah.
Why?
Say it.
Dogs are so
Say it.
clingy. You need
Say
so
it.
much attention, so much love, so much responsibilities. Whereas cats are so much smarter.
Are they smarter?
Tell
very
them, tell
smart.
them.
They're very smart. They naturally already know.
Like an EQ kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like it's part of their nature. They already know how to use the litter box. You just need to keep it clean. You know. No, it's just a lot less. Like initially when the first cat I got, she gave me no love. No love whatsoever, and I have not commitment issues. Sorry, I have abandonment issues.
Yes.
So I'm just like, my own cat doesn't love me. You know, I started off with that, but then eventually, you know, you need space.
Yes.
So like they give you love and you want love, and then they give you a lot of space.
How many cats do you have? 3 cats.
Right now?
Yeah, all have
so-
all have different personalities.
Yes.
Like household.
One's a bitch.
The one that doesn't
Typical cat.
Like doesn't care about you at all, right?
Typical cat. But she's really beautiful. She knows it. And then like
Yes.
my favorite, the love of my life. Unfortunately, favoritism exists. Creamy. He is the most affectionate, the most sweetest. He's okay with humans around, like different people, new people. Yeah, he's the best. All my friends love him. And then there's Loki, because he's so fucking naughty. He's so
Is he the
naughty.
youngest?
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Just like finding food and all that.
no, it's just very playful. And he has a foot fetish.
Oh.
He likes playing with your foot. I don't know why. He just likes to play with it.
Okay.
But have you had a dog?
I mean, I wouldn't say grew up with dogs, but like there were dogs.
In your household?
Yeah. I thought I was a dog lover till I got cats.
So okay, the reason why I wouldn't pick a cat, right, is because just of the fact that a dog, he would always want to play with you. Most dogs, right? 99% of
And
dogs.
that's the thing. I don't want the dog to always play with me.
Straight up said the worst thing about dogs.
I need space.
What if you have a cat like
If you want to go travel, what are you gonna do with your dog?
yes, that's the worst part. No, but what are you gonna do with your cat?
You can, it's easier.
Cat hotel.
There's dog hotels or but what if you only have one cat and the cat is like that cat, the first cat you had, where super independent and lancy is fine now.
Yeah.
That's the part I can't take, man. I'm like,
But sometimes like I'm just like thinking about traveling or thinking about all these things, and then having to think about the cats. I'm like,
yeah, I have to put in a cat hotel.
like that's why I cannot have kids. That's why I cannot have kids. Your life will be over.
Yeah.
I mean, they can cry on the plane.
I'm not selfless enough to think about kids
Yeah.
or like these responsibilities. I cannot even take care of myself yet.
I mean, you say this now, 5 years, 10 years down the road,
Yeah, we'll
change
see.
your mind,
It's not
right?
5 years, 10 years yet.
Yeah. Same. I don't know one thing about that right now. Because really, you live a different life, man. Once you have kids, everything, sacrifice for them.
Do y'all believe? Are you a believer of the one?
What is the one?
The so-called perfect one.
If you're writing a love song and that
Nothing's
person...
perfect. Nobody's perfect. There'll always be flaws and like things that you love about a person. It's just whether you're willing to commit and like be able to go through that hardship with that person lah. Yeah. So I mean,
But you think more in terms of hardship, but there's also like the best ship. I don't know.
yeah, best
the
shit
good
lah.
ship.
I'm sure that good shit. Of course. But I'm like saying like there's good shit and everything, but then it's whether you're willing to actually go through that hardship with that person.
Right, because that's harder too.
Yeah, that's harder. Like so, like the one I guess really is whether you're willing to actually go through all that. The good and the bads with the person, which is like a whole point of marriage, I guess, to people. I don't really know. But like, yeah, like that lah.
Wait, I got one. There's a global phenomenon going on, right?
It's true, something stupid.
Simping.
Oh.
Yo, this is like a recurring topic on our podcast.
Are simps humans too? No, it's not. I'm kidding.
What level of simping is acceptable?
I'm like, if you're gonna give me money, sure. You're gonna pay me, sure. Like I'm always telling people, like maybe I should have an OnlyFans account. I totally would do it.
Do it.
No, not in Malaysia, very hard. It's hard when you're a singer lah. You really
Yeah.
like if I was a nobody, then by all means I would happily do it.
Like Miss Puyi, right? She raking in the racks.
No pun intended. Yeah, but
Yeah, respect. Honestly, it's like you know your worth.
Yeah.
So you make use of it. Like people always like, oh, it sucks to be a girl for like all these little things you get for. I'm like, Yeah, I mean, like, it's not nice, but at the same time, if you can make use of it, make use of it.
My mom has been saying this since I was little. You know, if you have it, you flaunt it. That's what she's been saying since I was very little.
What if you posted on OnlyFans like your singing videos and stuff?
Then you can't post it on YouTube already, right?
Why? It's just singing.
No, as in, like, because
OnlyFans, they have to
pay for it, then doesn't make sense for you to post it on YouTube.
Sims
because
are
other
real.
people-
Kanye is a sim. He's simping so
Oh,
hard.
did
right?
you hear that one?
Oh yeah, I've heard Kanye is fucked, but I just don't know. I actually didn't hear what the story is.
Same, I don't know. Ben knows.
Yeah, he just wants Kim K back, like really badly on social media.
No.
And he's asking people to beat up her current boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of the current boyfriend, right, Pete Davidson,
Yo.
the guy's on a roll, right?
Why?
He's just dating all the highest profile like ladies.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think Ariana Grande at one point.
Whoa.
There's this new series, Euphoria.
Oh my gosh, I love you for it.
You watched it?
I watched it a while back, but I've not watched the recent
The
one because
second
like
season.
I'm just waiting for it to.
To finish.
Then only I'll.
What's Euphoria?
It's a teen drama.
It's really good.
Teen drama?
It's not teen, but it's about teens, but it's very real.
Fucked
Very
up.
dark,
Yes.
and I love that it's
Is
dark.
it real? Realistic?
It has some things that are real. I guess not real in in Malaysia lah, because like it has closed-minded shit.
Dude, but I feel like it's okay. So if you compare teen drama series, right? Let's say when we went high school, like One Tree Hill, the OC.
Oh my god, One Tree Hill!
OC. I've watched the OC many
I don't
times.
think I
One
watched
Tree
the
Hill as well.
OC, but One Tree Hill. Oh my gosh,
But yeah, if you compare teen dramas back then, right, to the teen dramas right now,
it's definitely a lot darker now.
I feel like but that is the minimum standard.
Yeah.
It has to be edgy and dark.
Eyeball catching.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, over the years, people have a lot more expectations now.
Yes.
Sensation
People-
inducing.
Yeah. And like a lot more shorter attention span.
So fucking short.
Social media does that to you, unfortunately.
Yes.
I'm one of the victims. My attention span is like goldfish. But
When's the last time you watched finish a movie on Netflix?
oh no, that one I can do.
I can't do that.
That one I can do. Like I binge, but like whether I pay attention all the way is a different story lah. Because I like to like
Multitask.
work,
Yes, that's
and
what that's
have it in the background sometimes.
Yeah.
No matter how stupid the show is, I'll just be complaining about how stupid the show is.
That's why I listen to a lot of podcasts, because you don't have to watch anything. And mostly it's
Oh,
people
I cannot.
talking
If I
shit.
listen, I zone out. I don't even listen.
I'm not really listening also. No, that's why I prefer comedy podcasts, because people are just talking shit and I can multitask, right? I can work out.
New generation.
What about like dating apps?
Oh, I've never got into them.
We've never.
I mean, I've been Talitha.
Okay.
It's a bit hard.
Yeah, you would think that.
And plus, I don't really. I mean, no disrespect to those who are on it, but I wouldn't want to date like someone from the dating app. I'd rather meet someone
Yes.
the most organic way, which is very hard right now with COVID, unfortunately. But like, I still rather like meeting people at the skate park, or meeting people surfing, or meeting people in all the sports that I do. I rather that.
Sure.
Like nowadays, it's like quite normal to hear when you say, "Oh, how do you guys meet?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, from Tinder." It's like modern day love
Or Bumble.
story.
Yeah.
You know, I would like, so if I like, let's say for example, like, I have a friend that hasn't dated anyone, a girl who hasn't dated or had a boyfriend in probably 5-6 years, right? I'll just tell her like, just open the app and you'll find a boyfriend. Like, as long as you're decent looking, you're gonna have so many opportunities.
Oh, it's a lot easier for girls. Yeah, I've heard.
Hey, I like to look at it as it's a buffet for girls. For guys, it's like, hey man, maybe 1 week you get 1 match, or 1 month you get 1-2 match. It's much harder.
I want to find my girlfriend in church.
Oh, seriously? No. I was judging you. I was totally judging you.
Wait, okay, Talitha, were you ever religious growing up?
Growing up, no. But as a kid watching all these Squilo shows, you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, church is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was like, I want to be Christian. Yeah, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But I did go to church.
Yeah,
But
same.
again, I respect all religion. You guys can do whatever you want. I respect it. But like,
Me too.
yeah, it's like you do you lah. It's just what you believe in lah, right? So I went to church for friends.
Yes.
Then got curious, just learned about it a little bit more, and then I'm like, you know what, it's not.
That's
for
too
me.
much.
It's not for me. I mean, like, there's so many other things that I want to do.
Yes.
rather than to go to church. Yeah, because I cannot read. I can't read. I can't read, but I'm like just attention span. Like I'm just like
Just like not good at studying, is it?
Yeah.
Can't focus, huh?
I'm like I cannot do the devotion. Like I never could get into it too much. Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Okay, let's share a memorable story of you rebelling when you're growing up.
Rebelling.
Yeah.
For me, it was just coming home drunk.
Wait, are you okay talking about drunk stories?
I mean, I don't have much drunk stories.
Oh, you don't have much.
Also because I black out, so I don't remember anything.
Nice.
Those are stories as well. Like maybe your friends see you doing something.
And then call me one next day, hey yo, it's a good night. It's like,
But I'm a very, very, very
Good drinker.
yeah, now.
Now,
No.
okay.
I don't drink a lot generally. Like a lot of friends right now who see me drink would be like, I thought you never drink. Yeah, I don't. I don't. But now it's like, okay, socially, like with some friends, I'm like, I'm willing. But like, I have friends always saying, Talitha, you're always sober. Even after drinking, you're always sober. How? I don't understand. I'm like, how are you like sober and like functioning properly and
But you're not actually.
high? I am.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'm very good at controlling now, like or knowing where to stop or knowing when to rest and everything. Because like I don't want to black out. I don't remember shit. It's so dangerous for me.
Dude, some people look normal when they're drunk.
Oh
as
yeah, I
fuck.
don't turn red. I don't have the Asian flush.
You know what's weird? Some people, right? Like I've got friends that they never used to get red when they drink, and then after a couple of like years of just partying, drinking a lot, they start to get red when they drink, and I feel like it's just basically your organs wearing out, right?
Yeah, maybe. I guess I don't know. They always say the ones who turn red are more likely to get cancer.
Is that bro science?
I don't think so. I think it's real. It's not bro science.
Sure. Alright, guys, we're gonna do some would you rather questions with Talitha. All of us gonna take turns.
would you rather?
We start from Ben, and then we'll go down to me.
Let's go.
Okay, would you rather get wasted?
Mm.
Fuck your ex or fuck your best friend?
But my best friend is same gender.
So?
Damn.
Fuck my ex lah.
Exa. You don't want to fuck up the relationship, man. The friendship.
But if you're best friends, does it really matter though?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't end well.
Okay lah, answer lah. Who's yours?
No, ex. Yeah, definitely ex, dude.
It's okay lah. If ex over already, you fuck also don't care what.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, goodbye.
Been there, done that. Eh?
At least you can choose which ex, so you kind of know like, hey, okay, this one okay, boleh pakai.
Boleh pakai.
Would you rather have your parents catch you having sex or catch your parents having sex?
Catch me lah.
Why?
I don't want to see them.
Catch only what? Just a glimpse only what? I don't have to remember. It's like, okay, bye-bye. Nothing happened.
The scar is on them. It's in their brain.
I mean, good to know that my parents are still loving each other, which is not now lah, so.
I would so much rather see them. The embarrassment is on them if I see
No.
them. I don't feel scarred.
But they see your dick since young, Win-win lah.
Okay, would you rather be told you suck at kissing or you suck at giving oral?
I think both ways also sad lah.
Yeah, what the fuck? This is a trap.
It's okay, can learn one. Both kissing and oral can learn one. So
Just need practice partner.
yeah. So either or can learn.
No, but I think if you suck at kissing, it's not that as offensive as oral.
But you should if you're in a relationship
Yes.
or whatever friend with benefit shit that you're doing.
Yes, what is that?
it's I mean communication is key, right?
Yes.
For everything. So if you're able to communicate that this person sucks at doing either or.
They wouldn't even be your friend with benefits at that point.
Yeah, okay lah. Relationship. That's true. Friend with benefits okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, would you rather tell someone that their new baby is ugly
Yeah.
or their new spouse is ugly?
Oh, actually both
I'll say both.
Yeah, both right.
I tell them both. It's not a problem for me. Yeah, I have a friend who's like,
Has an ugly
please,
baby.
Please let me know if my baby is ugly. Her baby's not ugly. Her baby's very cute. But please let me know if my baby's ugly because there's so many friends that I know.
They say them cute. They
But,
just simply say.
yeah, she said, I'm like, okay, I'll let you know if your baby's ugly. Her baby's not ugly. It's very cute.
Have you seen there was this case the Korean lady, right?
Oh yeah, I know
The
that
guy,
one.
the guy married this Korean couple. The guy married the Korean lady, and then when the kid come out, the kid looks nothing like the mom.
Straight up suit her ass.
Because too much plastic surgery until you really didn't look anything like
Yeah.
that person.
I've heard. But I was just like, oh, that's sad.
But I still feel like if that happens, right? I don't think he was suing. He wanted to sue
Okay,
the
the
wife.
sue is unnecessary.
Yeah, I feel like
that's just very sad lah.
yeah.
But he didn't know about this plastic surgery.
I mean, he claims he don't know, right?
I don't know. Okay, the world is messed up.
It's like we were talking about this, like let's say if a guy, let's say I'm a guy, right, I hook up with a person and I found out that person is a trans. Like, is it better for that person to tell, like, would you want that person to tell you beforehand?
Yeah.
I believe in transparency.
Yes.
However, it's very normal for people to not want to tell, because I guess, like, you know, whatever the transgender is going through, the world is a very, very mean place.
Yes.
Right?
Super.
So I guess they themselves, like, would feel like, oh, this person wants me, but I'm afraid to share how I feel or who I am, because that person might not accept me then.
But then that thing is not real already. At that point in time.
But at the same time, also people, like, you know, are just scared. Yeah, so there's like, I mean, yeah, it would be great and very nice if the person could share and be transparent, but at the same time, the world is a very mean place.
Okay, would you rather date someone who's into intense BDSM or someone who's super bland and not adventurous?
We got to wear the whole leather thing with the helmet,
with the chains and shit.
and then become a dog.
I guess it depends on what sex means to you, lor.
Yeah.
If you're like, okay, because like if you're with someone for a very long time,
Yes.
I'm sure it gets bland and stale and boring.
Yes, for sure. But intense BDSM is...
Meet halfway. I don't know.
If you say normal BDSM, I'm okay. But not intense.
Maybe, not intense. I don't know.
Not intense.
Bland, for me, bland.
But what if the guys just, like, you need to spice things up
And then you force lah.
Just whip
Wait, what you don't do? Why you don't be...
Oh, that's what you're into, like Tom shit.
No. Don't know.
Oh gosh, okay. Oh, is that it?
Talitha, like, what's next for your music?
I'm just writing. There's a lot of half-done songs that I just cannot finish.
New album?
Yeah, dropping tracks lah. And then maybe compile and say it's an album.
Would you ever be DJ Talitha?
Wow, no.
Okay.
No, it doesn't exist. EDM is not your thing.
I just don't know how to
Put
do
your
it.
hands up.
I don't think I'm a hype girl.
There's like a lot of like model DJs.
Yeah, for sure. Good for them. I salute, because I don't know how.
You definitely love karaoke, right?
No, actually, I'm not. I've never been a fan of karaoke.
Why?
Don't know why. I guess people have that expectation. Like, every time people... Yeah, that's the thing. People expect, oh, Talitha likes karaoke. Or people would be like, oh, cannot invite Talitha for karaoke because she's a good singer. You know, we as amateurs. You know, like, there's always
the
that.
cute inferior.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm not that great of a singer. But just because I go to karaoke doesn't mean I'd be a great singer.
Yeah.
And people expecting me to be a good singer also, it's just like...
But you don't enjoy the, like, just singing with friends or whatever?
Okay lah. I prefer watching them go havoc. Yeah, but like for me, yeah, so I rather jam session than to actually go for karaoke. But I like karaoke for like my friends. It's the company.
Do you have like any upcoming performances?
Right now, no, not that I know of. There's one planning but not confirmed yet, so it's just very hard to plan now.
Why? Because the restrictions.
Yeah, and then it's not the same. Like the performance I had in Rex, you know, I'm like, can everybody come forward and then like come closer? It's just like, oh, encouraging people to go get COVID.
Oh, really?
You know, so I'm just like, right, I can't do that. Remember, guys, social distance. But I'm like, I don't want you to social distance. Damn it. Yeah.
Oh, it's like doing a Zoom show, which is just horrible.
Yeah,
right?
no, definitely, because like you don't actually get to feel the crowd there. Like not Zoom show per se, but just like online shows. It's not the same. You don't get the singing along. You don't get the I'm performing to a camera.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Do you like are you a fan of stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't watch enough though, but I do appreciate it.
It's like when during the MCO, you know, they had stand-up comedy Zoom because you can't go to the club, right?
Okay.
And imagine how weird that is because
Okay.
you want to test your joke, and the only way to test is to get laughs. But if you're talking to a camera, it literally makes zero
that's
sense,
why it's
right?
not the same.
I miss music festivals. I think that's one of the big things.
But
Like super
they
big.
banned it in Malaysia, right?
Like GVF, Good Vibes. They didn't ban Good Vibes.
No, Good Vibes is open. I think they might have it this year.
prob-
From
Oh,
what I
really?
heard. Yeah, they say they might.
Oh, sick, man.
I've heard from some people, not from them themselves, but I heard from some people. I was supposed to perform on the year of COVID, man.
Wait, 2020?
Yeah, I was supposed to perform that year. I was so excited. I'm like, oh yes, I'm finally back in Good Vibes, because I think my first time was at in 2017.
You performed there.
Yeah. It was memorable lah. I'm like, oh man. But I miss Good Vibes for the indie festival it was. And then over the years there were more people. I mean, like, good for them.
Exactly.
But I'm like, too many people before COVID. Too many. I'm okay with crowd. but at the same time, I also like my space, and I also like going for things like, for example, like sports or anything really, like on weekdays when there's nobody there,
Right.
so I can have it to myself.
Right,
That kind of
right,
thing, or like with the people like that group of people that matter with me, like the company. But too many people is really, I'm just like a very lazy layan lah.
You mean like groupies? I mean, it's exhausting talking to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, like I started off as an extrovert. I mean, I
You
was
started-
an introvert growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Then after that, I became an extrovert because I'm like, okay, I need to start talking to people. I don't know why. One day I just wanted to talk to people. Then I just full on extrovert. Extrovert, like fuck, man. I was like really, really extrovert. I loved
Burn out now.
it. And then after that, but now I'm like introvert, forced extrovert, but can be an extrovert. But I don't know. I'm like depending on my mood.
I don't know, man. I think eventually when you get older, right,
Yeah, they
you
also
get
say
more
when you-
introverted,
yeah.
right?
Is it an energy thing? Oh?
Yeah, perhaps.
Because you realize like
Yeah, I only want to spend my energy on like people who matter.
yeah, people who are close to you, especially, right? Then you get older, you realize like people live their own lives. They don't really give a shit about you as much unless they are close to you or you see them often.
Or just the people you care about, lor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it.
That's it?
Yes. All right, guys.
Shout out all the Sims.
Shout out to all the
You know who you are.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
yes, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and most importantly, leave a comment.
Can everyone just tell Talitha how beautiful she is?
Yes.
In the comments.
Not because Talitha asked, but because we asked you to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Okay, alright guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Give it up for Talitha. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Music videos, content.
I suggest you load up your playlist with all of the songs
Yes.
and our podcast episodes.
They're doing
Yes.
the plug for me, so it's all good. Remember, it's Talitha. People forget the H.
Your Insta handle Talitha is Talitha
It's
B.
Teletubby, you know.
Like for Teletubbies, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
So, yeah, it was a nickname that like people gave me like in in school.
Yeah, sure.
So
Why not?
I'm like, well, one day when I created YouTube, I just didn't know what to name it. I'm like, Teletubby lah. Oh my, oh, it works. Okay, sure.
Alright guys. See y'all.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue